First of all, let's get the facts straight with Han Purple. There were there were two kinds of glass, right? There was purple and white. We're cool with that? What do we know about these two types of glass? They use the same chemical ingredients and the same process, right? They were heated and then they mixed in lead. I don't think any of that matters. The bottom line here is that they had the same ingredients and the same process. And from those two facts, this author concludes that Han Purple was probably discovered by fortuitous accident during glass production. Okay, so they were making white glass, right? And they're like, whoops, and they made purple. Okay, which one of the two would most strengthen the argument? Let's go through these. Chemical analysis shows that most of the known fragments, by the way, do we want a strong answer or a weak one?
Strong.
Strong. The stronger it is, the more it does to strengthen the argument. Aaron, don't look away. It's an important fact. Just concerned. Just want to help you out. Chemical analysis shows that most of the known fragments of both Han Purple and white glass were produced within a small geographical radius. Okay, so when we're excavating things, we find that they're all kind of in the same place. Okay? Does that increase the likelihood that Han Purple was discovered by fortuitous accident? Okay, my first gut reaction was like, okay, interesting. Moving on. Moving on. I don't remember if I corrected that or not, but B. Han Purple was used for luxury and ceremonial items, whereas white glass was used to make certain household items. They have different purposes. Either this is irrelevant, or it actually weakens the argument by suggesting that they were created in different places for different purposes, whatever. Are you cool with that?
Kind of.
Wait, did you pick B?
Yeah.
Wait, so give me your rationale for B.
Like all the other ones just didn't make sense, and then
Well, and that one makes sense. You're like, well, I
no,
can deal with some
because when
luxury
I
items
saw-
myself.
No. When I saw common type of white glass, I was like, oh, okay, like household items, cool.
So these ideas are related to each other. It sounds like you're strengthening a premise rather than the conclusion.
All of these were just really...
That's what I did.
So that's what you did.
Yeah.
We want to focus on the idea that this was a fortuitous accident and increase that likelihood. Wait, Jen?
No, I was just saying they were all pretty crappy answers.
Yes, they are. Welcome to the world of crappy answers. So B, I think either does nothing or actually weakens it. C, the technique used for producing Han Purple was known to very few people during this time. Okay, if it was known by very few people, what does that mean? Was it fortuitous accident that they discovered it?
No. We don't know.
I don't know. How many people knew how to do white glass? I don't know. Were they the same people or were they different people? I don't know. Answer doesn't do anything. Answer is D. The ingredients used in producing both Han Purple and the white glass were easily obtainable. They were the same ingredients, so I don't see how this does anything for anybody. E. The white glass is found in more surviving artifacts from these dynasties than Han Purple is. We see a lot more white glass. Therefore, it was fortuitous accident? Okay, I'm not sure that any of these answers make sense. So let's go back to A. Chemical analysis shows that most of the known fragments for both of these things were produced within a small geographical radius. If Han Purple was discovered by accident while making white glass, what is probably true about Han Purple and white glass? Made in the same place. So answer choice A almost seems like it's not a necessary assumption because they could have been discovered by fortuitous accident and then went off on different paths. But it almost feels like a necessary assumption. Like this is something that probably needs to be true or is very likely to be true, but not necessarily very helpful. right? But it helps more than the other 4, and thus it is correct. Concerns?
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
Me neither.
Can you explain that?
I mean, I think they all just.
Well, here's the thing. Answer choice A does talk about both,
Yeah.
and it says, look, we found them all in the same location. And if you found them all in the same location, it suggests that there is some connection between the two. Maybe they were made in the same place. And if they were made in the same place, then that increases the likelihood that Han Purple was discovered by fortuitous accident. Not much. For all we know, they deliberately figured it out, and then they made it in the same place. This doesn't help the argument very much at all,
Okay.
but it helps it somewhat. Think about the opposite of this answer. The fragments of Han Purple were discovered way over in the west. The fragments for white glass were always discovered over in the east, suggesting that they were made in different places.
Oh.
And so it would be weird to be like, well,
Well,
we
then why-
randomly discovered it over
yeah.
here, and then we're like, okay, please
Yeah.
go over there and start making it. So this strengthens the argument a little bit, but that's more than the other 4. And so when it says which one of the following if true would most strengthen the argument, we'd have to say, okay, A does it the most, even though it does it hardly at all.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions on this one? Was the most tempting wrong answer C? Or just random answers? Okay. All right. Any other comments, questions? Okay.